Hi, welcome to Lara the Beaut. If you're new, if you're not new, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching. So I'm here to review this foundation. It's the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. So I'll just get right into the review. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I post on Thursday and Sunday, or click the notification bell if you want to know exactly when I post. And just to remind you, I have a list of foundations that I've tried and my exact shade in them, and it's all in the description. It's really just a guideline, especially if you happen to have skin that is similar to mine or similar foundation choices. About the foundation, this is a Dior Backstage Face and Body. It's that big, it literally fits in the palm of my hand. So this is 50ml and it retails for £27, £27.50 actually. So I actually like that it's a bit cheaper than your average foundation, high-end foundation, which usually cost about £30 or a bit more than 30. So that's, you know, a plus. 50ml, a bit more than your average foundation as well, which is 30ml usually. So my shade is 4.5W. So the W stands for warm, I guess, because they have that system. It's warm, neutral, and cool, I think. So I thought I'd actually be a neutral, but when I went to, luckily I went to actually try it out and it's W. So they have 40 shades in this foundation, so it's quite a big range. And I have to say, I think they really put some thought into it, because the range, it's such a good range, and the undertones, everything is so good. This is my perfect color, like perfect shade. It doesn't matter if I use a beauty blender or a brush, it goes on just the same, not the same, but it either or is good. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments. So I'll use the high spreadability primer from The Ordinary that I've been using. I'll just use this on this side of my face. I'm still not sure about the best way to actually review and try out a foundation. I think the best way is to either put your whole face on the way you'd normally put your makeup on, powder everything, or you could just put the foundation on its own, but I'm still experimenting. So this side is primed, so I like to give it a shake. It's a very much a liquid foundation, so I just pour some out like this and just kind of gauge. I start with a bit. Okay, so I'll start with the brush side. So take this little brush and just kind of dot the foundation on. So this review is way overdue. I actually meant to do this months ago, so I already know what I think about the foundation. I've just taken a bit more foundation on my hand and just gonna buff this in so it's my perfect color, you know. Oh, to hold the hoop. And it takes a while. It takes about 5 minutes to dry down to set, so you can just move it around. It's very buildable, it's very light, it's a good work foundation. I did a work makeup and I use this foundation because I think it's one that you can use every day because it's so light. It's very light, very skin-like. So what I like to do, if I want to build it up, I don't just go on with more foundation. I wait till it sets, then I go on top with a bit more, but it doesn't feel heavy even then. So I'm not sure if you can tell, but there's only a slight difference between this side and that side. This side I think just looks a bit polished, but it looks like my skin, I think. So it hasn't set yet, but it will set. Yeah, so that's this side done. I think it makes your skin look really healthy, you know, just a really nice kind of glow, even though it's a matte foundation. So I'll just start on this side with a beauty blender. Just a bit of foundation, just kind of dot that on. This is the side where I've put the primer. Oh, it's so nice. I love it. I hope I'm close enough. So I'll just move in closer so you can see. Wow. It really is so beautiful. I think it's holy grail status. If I didn't have my Estée Lauder, what is it, the double wear, I forgot its name because I've been using this one for quite a while. This would be my favorite, but it's definitely top 5, top 3 even. Maybe it's my second favorite one. You know what, I think it actually goes on better with the beauty blender. but there's not much of a difference, look, right? Or can you tell? I don't know. Sometimes I use a brush, other times I use a beauty blender. Okay, so I've just kind of shown what it looks like, how it goes on. I didn't really go into the claims at the beginning, I honestly forgot, but I'll just read what it says on the box. It says professional performance, waterproof and sweat resistant, custom build foundation, natural glow finish. So like I said, it gives a really nice healthy skin look, but with a matte finish. Right, so I've just put on a bit of lipstick. This lip pencil from NARS in Cruella, a red, because red just makes it seem as if you tried even when you clearly didn't do anything, and a bit of mascara, my eyebrows. So I'll be back in about 8 hours so we can really talk about the foundation. Okay, so I'm back and it has been about 8 or so hours. So first I'll just come in a bit closer so you can see what my face looks like, what the foundation is looking like. It's still there. I did get, you know, the normal kind of oiliness there. Although if I set my makeup with a bit of powder, I don't even have to worry about that. Yeah, so it's still on. It didn't break apart or anything. I'm not sure what the difference is between where I primed and where there was just a moisturizer. I'm not sure if you can tell. Although before I left to go out, I noticed that this side was just a bit more matte. So I think that it doesn't look matte anymore. So it just kind of looks like I put on a Luminous foundation. So to me, it doesn't look oily at all. It just looks like, you know, you have this glow, or I don't know, maybe that's just me. So I forgot to mention, it does have a fragrance. It smells like the other Dior foundations. That's the best that I can describe it. Yeah, so the scent doesn't linger or anything. And I think this foundation is catered to, well, it's for everybody, but I think it's more geared to people who have combination skin. With every foundation it says, you know, when you read the facts about it, it says it's ideally for people with oily skin or combination dry skin. So I think this one definitely said combination skin. I have normal / combination skin sometimes, so I think that's why it works so well for me. If you have dry skin, this might dry you out a bit, so you might want to moisturize with a very hydrating moisturizer, or go over afterwards with, after you do your makeup, with a like a mist, a hydrating mist, or both. You know, you could do the moisturizer and the mist. I think that helps. If you have oily skin, this is your friend. Yeah, just like with any foundation, you can kind of tweak it to suit you better if it's not quite there for you. It is definitely there for me. I love this foundation. Also, I forgot to just talk about the coverage. I think, to me, it's a medium coverage. That I would say it's medium. Some people say it's sheer, but that's the thing. You can kind of make it whatever coverage you want, but on like first application, I would say it's a medium coverage. You can use your fingers. It's actually advised to use your fingers if you just want a sheer kind of finish, or you can kind of layer it and it won't feel heavy. To get full coverage, like to get a really full coverage, yeah, so basically you can make it whatever coverage you want it to be. You can mix it in with your moisturizer. I do that sometimes. Make it a nice tinted moisturizer. That's the thing about, to me, the main thing about this foundation is it's so workable. Like you can kind of use it so many ways. I like to use it with an illuminator. I like the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I just wait for it to get matte, go on with an illuminator, or, you know, the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah, and it doesn't move. Some foundations will move. This one, it doesn't move. It stays put. And one time, which I think was kind of a defining moment for me. So this is when I just fell in love with the foundation. I had to walk about 2 miles in the rain. I had an appointment, but I was drenched, like I was soaked. It was raining, my clothes were wet, and I just, in my head, I just knew my foundation, my makeup was messed up. But when I got to my destination, the foundation was still good. Like it was, and I didn't prime that day, so I was so shocked. Like I wouldn't expect that from anything other than maybe Double Wear from Estée, which is the benchmark foundation. I just compare every matte foundation to that foundation. So this is like, even when I heard that Megan the Duchess. Apparently she wore this on her wedding day. So at first, you know, because it was quite new then, I was thinking, why would she wear that foundation? But I completely understand why, because it's so, if you have, you can wear it to the gym, you can wear it to, if you have a long day. That's why I said it's a good work foundation, because it's very high performing, very durable. I'm not sure if I can apply that word to it, but basically through anything it will last. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. Next foundation review is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filt'r foundation. You know, her new foundation? Yeah, so I was going to do that today, but it's still early days. I'm still kind of playing with it and trying different things with it. Thanks so much for watching. Thumbs up the video if you like it. Thumbs up for more reviews, foundation reviews. I post on Thursday, on Sunday, or click the notification bell if you want to know exactly when I post.